What's your most embarrassing injury story?
Oh, I got this dead on. I mean, I was playing Warped Tour 18. I was my other band, Dead Girls Academy. We were playing the early show in Dallas. I was pissed because it was an early show, and I was like, no one's going to be here, but everyone was there. So it was like, everyone's there. So I usually do this drop kick off the kick drum, and I kill it. I Karate Kid that shit. It was good. Not this time. For some reason, I was so out of my mind hammered, I had no idea which foot to kick with. So I kicked with my left, and then I literally, there's a meme of it online. It's like a GIF of me falling and breaking my elbow.
Oh no!
And then blacking out, and then in the middle of our biggest song, and I woke up, and I kept singing, and I guess I picked up by the bridge. That's what they said. I don't remember. And then I went to the merch booth, but Kevin Lyman's like, yo, you need to go to the hospital, bro. I was like, nah, I'm good. So they forced me to go to the hospital, and I had this broken elbow, sprained elbow for a while, man. I still pretty fucked up.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I love, like, so many people that are not musicians and not in bands, like, gave so much love to, and I love him, but gave so much like love to Dave Grohl when he played on a throne with a broken leg, like it was something like. There's not one musician that I know from local to big that wouldn't do that. Yeah. Like, we're all just like, yeah, man, show's happening.
Bro, you're right in the mix. You got to keep going. That's all you know how to do. I mean, you're not going to do that Family Guy thing where you're dancing off, It's like
right. Back into the hedge.
I've never done the jump off the drums because you deal with so many of, like, this is a backline kid or whatever. Yeah. And then there was one place bigger back in the day on the come up. But, like, the one time that I messed with a drum set and I got in so much trouble was when I puked on stage on a drum set.
Yeah.
And it was the sound guy's drum set. And he was like, dude. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, but it was like in the middle of playing and stuff, and I just turned around. And it was,
oh man, that's hard. That's hard.
That's rough, man. Yeah.
Singing after throwing up immediately, that sucks too.
I really thought you were going to say that you jumped off of a kick drum, and all I could think of, Mike's fun size. He's a little bit shorter than some of us, and I was just like, "Oh, that'd be so cute watching you climb up on that thing."
Oh yeah, it is too high. It is too high. I need a safety. I need a safety net. You bastard.
Hey,
but I would need a safety net.
I jumped off a stage once onto a table, but we were playing at this venue that was like on sand. And the table just slowly sunk into the sand, and then the legs went in. So I'm standing on it, and it just goes right down, and I end up laying on it.
Sand's unforgiving, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say, like the fact that you got so messed up on stage, like that's. What is your funniest injury story?
My funniest injury story? I don't know how well. They're not like really funny, but in hindsight, if I was watching, it would be hilarious. But they're like traumatizing, actually. One was when I was like 12. I was in like this musical theater production. It was kind of like a variety show with this theater company that I had done musicals with since I was like 5. And we were at this theater that I had performed at 100 times, but there's always, I don't know if you're familiar with theater, but there's always like tape where the orchestra pit is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And there wasn't, and there was someone new in the musical, and I was trying to guide her through like one of the blackouts. Like we were doing a lighting cue run. And so it was a blackout, and I was like, oh shit, you have to get to the other side. So I'm pulling her through the blackout, and all of a sudden I just like fall down like 3-4 flights of stairs. And and it's pitch black because we're doing a cue to cue.
Oh man.
Pitch black. I'm 12 years old. I fall into the orchestra pit and I land on cement stairs. It knocks the wind out of me. Like that is arguably one of the scariest things when the wind is knocked out of you. It's like a nightmare where you can't talk.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like talk and nothing's coming out, and I'm like losing my mind. And I just have to wait. So I start like banging on the cement thing So like, hopefully somebody hears me while they're doing all these cues and shit. And I was like, I'm going to die down here.
This is how it ends.
Yeah, actually, that's not the funniest. That was just really scary. But I actually remembered because I thought that's how I got this like dent on my ass. But no, I have this like permanent dent on my butt cheek because I was trying to show off to my brothers by jumping on the diving board at our neighbor's pool.
Okay.
They had a curved up edge on the pool, or they had, and I slipped and fell like in the air, somehow slipped and landed right on the curve. And it just like popped all the blood vessels in my one butt cheek. So I
no.
A permanent like it's not this gnarly anymore. It's just like a little teeny bump now, but
right.
Be like this is I don't know if it was ever actually this deep, but that was so embarrassing. I've never
Wow.
in my fucking life.
Oh man, that's awful.
Dented butts.
Dented butts.
That sounds like the worst.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I went to the doctor and they were like, do not touch it, don't massage it, like because just like all the blood vessels were just like so I just had to wait for this dent to like fill back in.
Oh, it probably hurt so bad too.
Oh my God. Honestly, the physical pain wasn't as bad as the emotional torment that my brothers put me through for years after that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
How many brothers do you have?
4.
4 all older or
3 older, 1 younger.
okay. Oh man, that must have been I could see that.
Yeah, that happens.
I could see that being rough.
Hell.
Wow. Damn. Okay. Question number 5. If you could choose any animal as a battle companion, which one would it be?
Any animal? I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to battle, I'm trying to think of like what I'm the most of. Like I'm the most afraid of like bees or like wasps.
Yeah.
Like those are like terrifying. And I just moved to Tennessee like a couple months ago, and they have wasps that are like this big. Actually.
Nope.
Yeah.
1000%. So like I'm kind of thinking there's nothing I'm running away faster from than like a bee. So like I'm thinking maybe like a wasp, like a wasp army.
Nice.
I don't see. I would want smaller wasps because they're mostly like indetectable, right? They can be a little bit more incognito. Okay. Unlike the baseball that's flying around near you. That's a wasp. Just kind of it's easier to detect.
True, but are you swinging at a giant wasp?
No, I'm running the
exactly. Like you're not like that looks like a giant wasp. Let me get something to hit it with.
No. Well, I mean, if I had
that looks like a giant wasp. Right. Let me take duck and cover.
Yeah,
figure out.
True. That's true.
Okay. I guess if you had weapons, it would be easier to get the big fat boys.
Right.
Defense than it would like the little guys running around, flying around. But if you didn't have weapons, then the big fat ones. But if you had weapons, then I think you're right, the small guys for sure.
But if you have an armada of wasps of all different sizes,
well, that's just horrifying.
The worst burn I ever got working in a kitchen. I worked in kitchens for quite many years, but I was working at a takeout place and I was pouring French onion soup. And this rich lady went, "You can't hurry up." And I looked at her up like, "What?" And I poured it all over my hand. Oh. And then that night, and it was so painful, so painful. But so that night I was apprenticing at this restaurant to learn to cook. And I remember just going like this against my pants, and all the skin on my hand came off. It sucked so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
Those so many scars. It's hot. That was stock.
Right.
Thumb. That was scallions. Finger scallions. I cut 2 fingers off cutting scallions. Just dicing them.
You just got to be careful with scallions.
It was always scallions.
I got the whole
scallions
inside of my hand doing lemons because I was hungover and I was cutting them. And at the end of cutting them, when they called us in for the meeting, no, what I did, even dumber than that, I just went to stab the knife into the cutting board to sit it there.
Oh my God.
And it was wet.
Uh-huh. And my hand went shoot right down the blade.
And you just stared, and for a split second, nothing happened.
A blade full of lemon juice.
And there's always, when you get yourself really good, there's this split second where you're like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then it all goes.
You're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
That's awful.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad one.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh. I never got like a long one like that bad, but I took fingers off.
And you know what? I can confidently say, whenever you see a movie and the person needs to bleed on something and they do that, that is incorrect. That is so dumb because it takes so long for that to stop bleeding, and it takes so long for that to heal because you're always opening and closing your hand. Why would you ever cut a part of your hand that is always in motion?
God, I can only imagine that. That sucks.
But you see it in every movie. They're all like, "Oh, you need my blood?" It's like that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Don't do that.
Yeah, and you're right. Yeah, they just
not the
don't
move.
stop bleeding. Oh, it sucks.
It never stops.
People are stupid.
And you also can't Band-Aid it.
No, because the Band-Aid just folds.
Yeah,
you
you're
gotta
basically you got to wrap it.
You got to wrap.
You got to put like gauze here and then wrap it, and then you can't use your hand
Yeah.
at all. You're like,
Nah, dude, I worked in the kitchen. I still had to use my hand.
right.
So I would wrap it up like whenever I fucked up because I cut myself all the time.
Mhm.
And I would have to wrap that part up and then wear a glove and rubber band the glove.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
you gotta
but
rubber
it would
band
be
and
so
tape it up.
fucking. But it would be so tight. Like you just like your hand would be dying.
Well, and then it bleeds under the glove, so you just look down and you're like, ah.
Oh, there'd be puddles at the fingers. Like
Yeah.
you'd hold your hand down.
Yep.
And then you'd look up and you'd see it all go down like that. And you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And then people laughing at you.
I had that, and I didn't even.
They laugh like I cut.
I didn't even work in the kitchen, and I did that.
Dude, I cut my finger clean off, like one of these ones. I forgot. I think it was this one or this one. They stitched it back on. But I cut it clean off, and I'm sorry, I panicked. I went, "Oh my god, I cut my finger off," because I'd never done it before.
Well, yeah.
It's
If
something
any
new.
part of your body is no longer on your body,
And my nail was off, like
Yeah.
it was like I had clean cut. And so I got it taken care of, and they made me go back to work, and then as punishment I had to clean pots. And all day they were going, because I went, oh my god, call my dad. I can't believe this happened, because I was, like younger.
right?
And all day they were going, call my dad, my finger, call my dad, my finger. Everybody, man.
Y'all are dicks.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
If I
let me
cut
tell
my
you
finger,
something.
if I cut my finger off, I would be losing.
panicked
I would
a little bit,
lose
yeah.
my shit.
Absolutely lose it.
Yeah,
I would lose my shit.
like blood squirting. Like I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But the last time I did it,
I shut a folding knife on this pinky. Yeah,
So the last time my
I
thumb
had
right
to pull
here,
it out.
not exactly round anymore because I cut a big chunk of it off. And it sucked.
Yeah,
But I was so nonchalant because at that point I was an old pro at the kitchens. I messed myself up. I cut my thumb off. I looked down at it and I just went, shit, cut off my thumb. And everyone went, ha 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 ha. And I picked it up and went, no, look, it's gone. And then the stupid dishwasher, he threw it out.
You what?
He threw it out.
What an idiot.
Yeah, so that's like it came back kind of like I'm
Right.
never gonna be a hand model regardless, but it's not like it's not round.
yeah. Put that up against the camera.
Oh, all right,
It's not.
see
So,
maybe which one? This one. All right, yeah, this one.
so can we
Not
call you
really
garbage
round.
thumb?
I mean, you can
Actually, it came back pretty well.
It did.
I gotta
Like,
say,
it
that
really
looks
did.
pretty
Like,
good.
you can see right there. There's a big old scar. You can't see.
Yeah, I can see the
that
line. I can actually see the
I'm
line.
gonna knock on wood here. I haven't done
No, it was crazy because it was a chunk out. Like
Yeah.
kitchen things with like I have like one cut here. Like you see this like roundish scar. I don't even
Yeah.
know how it happened that way. I was cutting cheese and it somehow happened. I was wasted. That's
Right.
probably why.
Right.
Lots of wine.
Yeah.
Because you're eating cheese. Why wouldn't you? But I've stepped on my thumb and broke it before.
you
Wait,
stepped
what?
on your own thumb and broke
how do
it.
you
Yes.
wait? I know
Yes,
you're
I-
short, but
Story.
Yeah.
you're not like knuckle dragging.
Yeah.
Like,
I might be part Sasquatch. That's
You are normally proportioned.
yeah,
no,
have extra long
I have
arms.
I have short legs.
but you don't have extra long arms. It's not
No.
like
Yeah.
it's not like you get tripped up on your hands while you're walking around.
I was picking up my underwear, and I was in a rush.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on. You were picking
I was. I was.
Oh, so you're doing this move?
this.
you were putting your own underpants on.
Nobody can see
so
that.
so I did. So I did one foot,
Oh no, I have a hole. in
and
my
then I
short
went
thing.
down.
Oh no! so glad I did that. Oh no!
What happened?
I got
There's
a
a hole in his
hole
shoe.
starting in my shoe. That sucks, man.
There's
I
no
went
tread on
down
those
to the
shoes.
floor.
No, there's not.
And
It's just
lifted my foot up and stepped as I pulled up my other pant in my underwear
Oh.
and broke my thumb.
So, okay. So, again, we're putting our own underwear on,
Yes.
right? So as you are lifting your panties
Yes.
onto your legs,
Correct.
you stepped on your own thumb
Yes.
and broke it.
Yes.
So therefore, not only did you have a broken thumb, but you had the pain of a broken thumb while your underwear was not quite on.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you like do like it's like
Okay. I want the reaction.
It hurt. It hurt like a
Right?
bitch.
Did you
Of course,
pull them
yeah.
back up before? Or
Oh
did you
yeah,
decide-
no. I pulled them up and I was like, oh.
Oh, that's the worst
Just-
thing.
Yeah.
Fingertips?
Right
Oh.
hand too.
Yeah, it was my
So
right
like
hand.
picking thumb.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Ever since I started guitar, I've been so paranoid about stuff with my hands. They don't think. They just think like they think like, oh, rock stars are flying into places and being bussed into places, and they're sleeping in their bunks in the bus, and they have like everything is amazing. They're just drinking whiskey and you know it's all cocaine and blowjobs all the way.
I want to live that dream.
right.
I want to lay down and pretend like that's my life, cocaine and blowjobs.
So like explain a little bit like what you guys have been going through and like just kind of how this tour is going and what's plotted out and where you guys are headed and all that kind of stuff.
Well, this tour is ending in St. Louis in about a week. We have been, I can tell you where we've been so far. Let me pull up my schedule. But it's so many different places and you drive so much that they literally have to write the city on my set list because I don't know where I'm at sometimes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, people are always like, "Oh, cool, you saw these places." And I'm like, "I saw a van and a hotel and a venue."
And a venue. And if we're
See
lucky,
nothing.
they give us a private bathroom.
Right. And if I need to
If
be
we're
on a
lucky.
podcast, a Starbucks.
Exactly. You absolutely understand. So it started in Chicago, and then we went to Grand Rapids, and Madison, Wisconsin, then Milwaukee, Wisconsin, then Des Moines, Iowa, then Minneapolis, Omaha, Lawrence, Kansas, Wichita, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Then we had a day off in which we drove from Tulsa to Nashville.
Oh.
Nashville to
Okay, so
Greenville
how many
to Raleigh.
shows in a row before the day off?
So it was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 shows.
So
a day
10
off,
shows,
and then-
10 different cities before a day off. Just so everybody's aware of how this is.
And then we have another 13 shows in a row.
Yeah.
In a row.
Which is, I mean,
No day
that's
off.
awesome. That's a great tour. Like that's a lot of shows. That's very cool. Sometimes in that amount of time, people will do like 8 shows. You know what I mean? Like it'll be like, oh, we've got a show and then we have 2 days off and then we have 2 shows and then we have 3 days off and then we have 2 shows. So a lot of times, like I'll see things like that, or like people that are a little bit lower on the local thing will be like, okay, we're driving somewhere and we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday shows, and then we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, nothing to do. Wednesday, like an open mic, and then we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday shows. So it's good that you've got that many shows. Like that's awesome because that's a goal and that's a place and that's a destination and that's income and that's like all those things. So that's
Yeah,
good.
'cause, yeah, every day that we're not playing, we're still paying for van
Yeah.
rental, gas, salaries, hotels,
Yep.
Mhm.
and
And-
everything else.
Yeah.
How big is
So-
your crew?
It's not that big. So there's 6 in the band,
Mhm.
and we have a tour manager, and a merch person, and actually 2 merch people, but one of them acts as an assistant for me. and I get
Okay,
on.
cool.
So,
So a relatively
yeah.
small crew, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
But again, you guys got to realize that like all those people are getting paid every day. And if you're not getting paid on a day, that doesn't mean everybody else isn't.
You know what else they're doing? They're eating.
And they're eating. They're sleeping in a. We're not all sleeping in one room either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we might.
We might.
Yeah.
We might.
So I think it's sometimes people lose that, and there should be a little bit more of a. If you're questioning, should I go to this show? Should I wait to see them the next time they come around? Like, how's the night feeling? Like, just remember that, like, it actually takes a lot to get to your town.
The work that goes into
go to
getting
the show.
there. Yeah.
Go to the show, support, and when you're there, be super loud and be super crazy in the audience, because that's the payoff, and that is everything. So, for all of you listening, like, go to the show, be the person that makes everybody around you dance and get loud. Nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd, and nobody wants to be first, so be first.
It's true.
And
you know, I feel really lucky that we were able to string together this many shows.
Yeah.
But the drives are ridiculously long between some shows because a lot of the small venues have closed down.
Right.
COVID wiped a bunch of them out. I think we talked about this, you know.
Yeah.
And the existence of the large festival has kind of discouraged people to a certain degree from going to small club shows, because they say, oh, I'll just see that band at the festival, or they spend all year saving up for that one big festival.
Yep.
And so they're just like, oh, I'm not going to spend any money at a club show. So, and then the clubs end up closing down, and then we have to route longer distances between clubs.
Yeah.
To get a tour together. So, like, this club has to be open on this night for a band. No one else can be booked there, and just like all the stars have to perfectly align in order to route a tour like this. And so, there's been some ridiculously long drives, and Matt, our tour manager, is just a little angel and just drives his little booty off. Bless his heart.
Oh, nice. That's
good. Awesome.
What's been the longest commute so far?
Well, was it Tulsa to Nashville? Tulsa, Oklahoma to Nashville.
That's a journey.
Yeah, because we had a day off in between, so we thought, we can.
Right, we can kind of double that up. I was gonna say that's far. Jesus.
So for all of you who are hearing day off,
right, right. That just means
her day off was.
That just means no awesome show where there's
driving in the flat plains of wonderful Oklahoma. Yeah.
Hopefully finding some good barbecue.
I've seen okay. So I got really good barbecue.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, having the girls with me, we got a second car, just to kind of clear up some room in the van, and also because I get a day room so that I can get ready in it, because there's some clubs have no green room whatsoever, no privacy for me to change and put on my wig and do all that stuff. So we get a day room. Usually it's what we call a murder hotel. Very inexpensive.
Yeah.
So I go to the murder hotel to get ready, and we'll like take that car and drive back and forth, or the girls will run the errands for the band or whatever it is we need. But so I've been riding with the girls in the car, in the second car, and it's just sort of turned into a girls' trip. Like we've been having so much fun.
How many girls?
Well, that's awesome.
How many girls are on the trip with you?
So it's just us three. So it's me and two others.
Nice.
And it's been really fun. I mean, I do miss the guys. They always make me laugh, and we have so much fun together. But this has been a real treat. We've like met baby alligators and gone to Buc-ee's for the first time. I went to my first Buc-ee's.
I went to my first Buc-ee's recently.
Just recently.
Yeah.
Actually, we were in Birmingham, Alabama for work.
Yeah.
And we found out about an hour before that tornadoes were hitting.
Yeah,
and
our work got canceled.
Was canceled.
The event was canceled.
And then
Yeah.
they were like, well, you could drive to Atlanta and hope to get out there, but the storm is heading that way. And we were
Right.
just like, we're in a Marriott. It's in Alabama.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, we went to a Buc-ee's for the first time.
How did you
and
feel about your first Buc-ee's experience?
It was wonderful.
It's pretty magical, right? Did you see the bathroom though? Because I didn't. And then when we left, they were like, "You didn't see the bathroom?"
No, what's tell me about
Apparently, it's super clean. I
Apparently-
didn't go in the bathroom myself. I was
It's clean
excited
the
about
minute everyone leaves. Anyone leaves the bathroom, that bathroom is cleaned and automated and it's
Yeah.
turned into a magical place.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I was like, gas station bathroom? No, I didn't see it. Crazy, right?
Wow, maybe that's where I'll find my cocaine and hookers on the road.
Maybe that's
Go
where
Buc-ee's
you. Yep.
bathroom.
Maybe.
Just like
Buc-ee's
appear.
bathroom.
I mean, the fucking industry doesn't
No.
give a shit about nurturing and exploring the depths of artists. They don't care about their well-being. They don't care about if something is not going to make them feel great about themselves. It's just about making money.
Yeah.
It's
I think
just
As quickly as possible too. It's like, let's
Mhm.
make money quick because now things don't last. And so when you're no longer the thing, I can move on to the next thing. And we made as much off of you as we could quickly.
Mhm.
Well,
Right.
I feel like the other thing too, and you've said this to me for years now, like they're throwing something at you that somebody is doing currently,
Right.
which means
Which
that
means it's
3
years
done.
too
It's-
late.
It's too late. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that was, part of the problem with, my previous relationship with a label was that, I'm writing and recording created from filth and dust. And at the same time, I'm being told you should sound like Billie Eilish and you should write
Right.
her type of music. And I'm thinking, by the time, let's say I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's just throw away Anarchy, throw away King, throw it away. And I'll start writing songs like this, which is like, don't get me wrong. I love pop music. They're like, Billie is fucking incredible.
She's awesome at it. Yeah.
Amazing. But that's who she is
But
as
it's
an
genuine.
artist.
Yeah.
It's very genuine. And so, imagine I throw out, 2.5 years of writing and recording, and I start to make a Billie Eilish record. By the time that's finished, mixed, mastered, packaged, photos, videos, the whole deal.
How long is that?
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds like an old Billie Eilish record.
Right.
Right.
Because Billie's onto something new and it's changed that part of the game again.
Exactly. It's
or
about
somebody else did. Yeah.
Right. It's, for me as an artist, I've always been driven by how much can I push myself outside of what I've already done? How can I evolve? How can I not, stay true to who I am as an artist and a songwriter and all of that, but like how can I, develop it? How can it grow? How can it be that, but also be more? And so, yeah, I mean, the idea of copying somebody else is like, well, I don't want to fucking do this then.
Yeah. Well, and the public doesn't want that either.
No.
Like that's the weirdest thing to me is that.
Well, they can see through bullshit.
Well, yeah, and that's the quickest thing to tank a musician is for someone to realize that they're fake. Because people can tell when you listen to music, you can tell genuine versus somebody trying to. I like to think of it like tester fragrances.
Oh, right.
Like when you go to like Kohl's and you're like, if you like this expensive fragrance, you'll love this cheap ass version, right? And it's like labels are like, yeah, we want the people that want the cheap ass version, and it's like, yeah, but why? Why do you want that? Because those people are also gravitating towards things that are genuine. And sure, they might pick this up too if they like a song or they like a beat, or maybe you can throw it on something as like a soundtrack, but they're not going to stick with it. And don't you want things that are going to stick. Like
Longevity.
If you're putting money into me, don't you want other people to want to stick with me? Like what? I don't understand. Like it's like
very
Fight Club.
fast-
Single serving friends, single serving life, single serving artist, you know?
Right. Yeah. It's very like fast food mentality now. It feels like, you know, the cream definitely rises to the top, but the industry is so saturated now. And that's, you know, largely due to the fact that we have the internet and more people can get their music out there and all of that, which is great. But, you know, on the mainstream, you know, big conglomerate, large record label side, it's like they're just trying to, I think it's quantity over quality.
Churn it out.
It's like
see what sticks.
Back in like the late 90s, it was like there was a shift between like labels signing people that somebody saw and really liked and really believed in and brought to the table, and instead like with the advent of like the back in the 360 deal days and all that kind of stuff, it was like who's already selling 10,000 downloads, who's already got these numbers, who's already got this, that we can say, oh well, we can bring you to 100,000 and then ship you out, but you did all the work and we don't need to do anything. So they get rid of the people that are like the old A&R rep that would be like your kind of champion. That would be like, I love this band. I want this band to be successful. I'm going to get a job at a label so that I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really have that anymore, unfortunately.
No, you don't. And I did, you know, I was fortunate enough to, you know, come in at a time where that still existed. My first A&R was Alison Hagendorf.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was her first signing, actually. And
wow.
Yeah, which is really cool. And we've remained very close throughout the years. And so my first band, Automatic Love Letter, I had her, it was at Epic Records. I had her for almost, 4.5 years of just championing the shit out of me. And,
That's awesome.
she was a real one. She is a real one. Love her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a lost art.
It is.
I guess the hope is because everything is cyclical that we'll get back to a point like that. Rock kind of went back underground anyway, which I'm kind of happy about because if it goes underground, that means it's going to bubble up,
Don't mean to bring up the Oswald thing again, but like recently we put out Idiot's Anthem and we posted the artwork and we got a whole bunch of negative comments. In regard to like people just going, oh well, that's AI and that's
right.
this.
And we didn't get a bunch of negative comments. It felt like a bunch of negative comments to you, but we got like 2 negative comments.
Oh, it was only 2?
Yeah, it was.
I feel like there was like threads of it, or
it was a thread with like 3 comments, and one of them was ours.
I didn't look at them.
It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near that.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's a couple of comments. I mean, there's a couple of comments. And if there's a thread, it's because either there was one thread that I answered in, and there was one thread that Andy answered in.
Oh, the way it sounded was the way he had presented it was as if there was like a whole bunch of people,
like it's a conspiracy.
There was like
a thing.
There was a lynch mob ready to.
There's not a thing happening.
Oh, okay.
But there was like a on Idiots, which is funny because the artwork for Idiots is supposed to look like people were saying, it's obviously AI because of like all the faceless people. It's supposed to be faceless people.
Right.
It's the idea is that. And I used AI for parts of it. Absolutely, I did.
Right. Well, I think
I used AI for parts of everything. Artwork wise, I didn't use it for the whole thing, but I use it for parts of everything.
Yeah, I feel like using it as a tool. Again, this is our argument is like you use it as a tool. You don't use it as the whole thing and go, this is the art I made because I put in a description. It's like, no, you take an element and you make a description and then it creates something and then you edit it to your liking and then you create another thing to put on top. And
And the argument is that it's using existing art to pull from to create your art. So you might get, and that's true from what I understand, you might get eyeballs from somebody else's work or something similar because they're using real work to put together what you're asking. Now, for me, my perspective only, but here's my general argument for the use of AI in my use case. If I was a visual artist and that was my gig, and I was saying I am an artist and I work with chalk, I would not use watercolors or paint or colored pencils, because I have stated and I have said that this portion of my career as an artist, I am working with chalk. If I'm not saying that, if I'm saying I'm going to make an album cover and I'm going to make it with whatever I can, I know a little bit of Photoshop. I know how to match color. I know how to, I have, maybe I want to do some of it physically, and I want to do paint for some, and I want to do Photoshop for some, and I want to do crayons for some, and I want to do, but I need something very specific that is a drawing, and I can't draw it, and I don't have the funds to pay someone to draw it, but I can go use a source like AI and say, okay, here's what I'm needing, and they can get me something that's close enough for me to then work on to make it look the way I want it to look. I, for one, I don't have a problem doing that, and I don't care if anyone does have a problem with me doing that, because I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. If you want to commission me to make you an art piece and you tell me not to do AI and you're paying me, I won't use any. If I'm making something for myself and I'm doing it in whatever way I want to,
and you have a very specific
step
vision.
off. Worry about your own. Go clean your own yard, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me how to make art for me. That's the antithesis of supporting artists. You can't make it that way. Well, yes, I can. That's my argument. I did.
I just did.
It exists.
Yeah.
So yes, it's not right. To who? You're not. Point to me what part of this is yours. Point to me what part of this is somebody that you know. Show me the piece that it's taking from. If you can do that, then I'm happy to contact the person and go, hey, I did not know that this was part of your piece. Let's work something out so that I can use it, or I'll change it. But if you're just going to be an online crusader that is out there to right the wrongs of the AI use in the art community, I don't care what bothers you.
Hey,
it's
man.
weird that it bothers you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think that there's definitely a line, and there's definitely like this. Listen, people are not necessarily able to do. Not everybody is a jack of all trades, and not everybody has a ton of money. It's
dude. When people started making art with colored pencils, the people that made art with paint thought that it was going to ruin the credibility of art.
Mm-hmm.
When people started making art with watercolors, the people that used colored pencils and the people that used paint that are now okay with colored pencils because it's been around long enough were pissed off at watercolors because it's going to ruin the medium. When people started tattooing in a different style than traditional tattooing, they thought that it was going to ruin the tattoo industry because it was a different thing. Anytime something new comes out, the people that have been using something else or doing it a certain way that feel that way is right are going to rebel against it, or some people are going to rebel against it or are going to fight change. That's what happens. When rock and roll started, people thought that it was an abomination.
Yeah.
Right? They could only shoot Elvis from the waist up because of the effect that he was going to have on girls, because girls can't be trusted to not see a person on TV shaking their hips and then go out and make babies. Right? Like metal is Satan's music, and it's going to corrupt the minds of the young. Hip hop is going to corrupt the minds of the young and glorify gang culture. And, you know, like blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Right? It happens over and over and over again, and it's going to happen over. I, for one, choose to look at what something can offer me in the way of, hey, is this a thing that I can use to get my vision across to people quicker, easier, less expensive to me, because we're now in an age where people don't want to pay for it, and expedite my ability to get things done. It's more efficient, and I can find ways to use it that still feel artistic and still feel I'm not just, you know, and that's my way of using it. If you choose to use it in a different way and bastardize the system or whatever you want to call it, that's fine too, because how you use it has no effect on me, because I'm still going to use it the way that I want to, in my way, that in my brain is okay.
Yeah, it's we've got some people in the chat, Pinky and Ziggy, kind of nothing wrong with certain AI. Deep fake is just wrong. I agree with that. I agree with, you know, taking people and their likeness and and creating another movie out of it is not okay.
Not okay.
You know,
well, you're profiting off of somebody else's thing,
right?
Any profiting off of somebody else's work is bootlegging and is infringement,
right?
It just is.
Yeah.
But again, we're talking about the visual medium of art, and there's been something called photo manipulation for a very long time.
Very long time.
And sorry, but that's the way. There's only 12 notes in music. Only so many ways those notes fit together. Your job is to take something that our job as songwriters, as musicians, is to take an idea and put it in a format that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people have done thousands and thousands of times, and try and figure out a way to make it at least feel authentic to us. And if you make it feel authentic to you and you're able to do that, I think that's what art is. We can all use the same red. Just
apply it differently.
If you put it on an apple and I put it on the sky, those are two different things. But we use the same red.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I agree. Like Pinky said, people are saying that art on an iPad. People who use an iPad aren't real artists because it's not pencil and paper. That's bullshit too.
Right. I've seen some incredible artwork done on an iPad with an Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
That blows my mind that someone's able to do, because you can't pencil onto paper and then blow up the image and go in tighter on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't manipulate and stretch that image the way that you want to. It gives you more options for art, and more options allow you to be more creative
and create something different. Not that everybody does that.
Right.
Some people will take something and just make a carbon copy of it with a tiny tweak.
Yeah.
And pass it off as their own art. There are other people who see these tools and go, this is a really useful tool. I'm going to use this to do X, Y, and Z and create something completely new and completely original.
Yeah. If you're focusing on whether people should or shouldn't do something, you're focusing on the wrong thing, because one, that's not your place.
Right.
You don't get to tell people whether they should or shouldn't do something. Now, if you're focusing on making sure that copyright material can't be used for AI to learn from, okay, I'm with that. If you're looking at it and saying people shouldn't, there should be some parameters around things, copyright law should have more parameters to cover certain things, I'm for that too. But just yelling into the wind that art isn't art is just, you're not even really doing anything there. You're just, you're just trying to create some kind of thing for yourself online to get engagement.
Yeah,
I think, which I guess is its own art.
I don't even know if it's engagement. You know, like the people that, like according to Andy, like the people that did reach out and comment, like they're just random people with 50 followers here and 100 followers there.
Sure.
But like
Well, but it gets
But I
them
think
engagement.
I
They
think it's-
engage on a page.
I think it's less to do with engagement and more to do with people think their opinions matter more than they actually do.
Well, also people think that that's what they're supposed to do online, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen the when somebody will point out like, why do you have to be so like judgy and mean? And the answer to that will be, is this your first time on the internet? And it's like, no, it's not my first time on the internet. It's my first time encountering you. And you chose to be the way that you're being. Now, if you chose that because you think that's what the internet is, that still says something about you and not the internet. I've been on the internet and I've seen a lot of positive stuff. I've seen a lot of negative stuff. That doesn't dictate what I post. So, have I been on the internet? Yeah. Have you? Why do you think that this is your job?
Right.
Right?
The internet police.
Right. This is how you're
Who
supposed
appointed
to
you that?
This is how you're supposed to interact on Instagram. It's like, is it? Because I've seen a lot of different kinds of interaction on Instagram, and not everybody has to be a dick.
Yeah.
Like, do you just have to be a dick all the time?
Is that your thing?
That's and if that's your thing, that's I got to be honest, not terribly original. So you kind of copied other people's thing, because there's a lot of dick out there, and you're not terribly an original dick.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're a carbon copy, basic dick.
Mic drop.
Finally, National Superhero Day, and you can be a superhero by donating to Brave Hearts, or you can put on a cape and fight crime.
You could.
Either of those,
or
things,
at least a mask.
whichever's easier for you to be successful at.
I would prefer a mask to a cape.
I'd also.
Personally,
Yeah, I'm not a cape. Well, I do like a robe, but capes are pretty awesome.
But yeah,
but yeah, if I had to, that just went in your bag.
Yeah, that's
I got to
okay.
remember that's
remember
there.
that's there.
Yeah, capes get in the way, I think.
I agree.
Yeah,
I feel like the only person whose cape doesn't suck is Batman.
Yeah. Well, he's the only one with a cape that seems to be functional.
Right. You get the actual like gliding thing going on. Superman's is lame.
Well,
because it's literally because
Superman's lame. Yeah.
And Supergirl's,
when I was a kid, Superman wasn't lame. He was the best. But
yeah, and Supergirl's is much shorter.
Yes.
So why bother?
Yeah, hers is like a dish towel versus the bath towel cape.
Yes. Yeah.
If you were measuring when you were a child of which one to wrap around your neck and jump into the pool and then hope doesn't go over the front of your face when you exit the water, that happened to me. And you come up and then it sucks into your mouth when you breathe.
Yes.
And all you do is go, you just breathe in a bunch of water through.
What about Doctor Strange? Well, Doctor Strange
that's a cloak.
Is not. Yeah, that's a
cloak.
That's not.
And the collar tells you what a cloak it is too. Right. Much like Spawn.
Spawn's is a cloak.
Is a cloak also, which is sentient. Which I agree, Pinky is awesome, but that is the cloak.
Yeah,
cloak of levitation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Invisibility cloak.
Fantastic cloak.
It's a great.
I would love an invisibility cloak.
Yeah.
What would you do that's not seedy?
I mean,
I don't know if there's anything I would do that isn't seedy.
Yeah, there's nothing that's not nefarious in any sort of way that you can accomplish with that invisibility.
If I had an invisibility cloak, I'd be creeping.
Well, that what else is it for?
Yeah.
What else is it for? To listen in on things
adults
that you're
don't
not
need,
supposed to.
Adults don't need to hide like children do.
Right.
An adult with an invisibility cloak is only going to do nefarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be up to shenanigans.
Yeah, there's only shenanigans to be had, and I would do it. I would love it just from a practical joke standpoint.
Yes,
like the first thing I thought of was like, oh, I'm just going to scare the shit out of people.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just going to like go in, just sneak into a room, and just wait until somebody walks in, and let them get nice and settled, and then just be like, "What are you doing?" And then let them jump and freak out.
Nice.
That's the first thing that I thought of.
I like that. Yeah, I thought about like putting something under it that would seep when they sat on it, and then putting the cloak over it.
Another thing too,
I like those kind of
would be the go from behind and tap on the shoulder,
tap,
or even just like just speak, speak and just be like, this is the wrong way, and just kind of just leave these weird tidbits, these weird like second thoughts.
Just a weird word, so they think their brain's
Ishkabibble.
Yeah, right. Like
what?
Pumpernickel.
It's not a weird word. That's a delicious word.
Seedless.
Seedless. It's the best rye, by the way.
Right? They're like, what? What? No matter what they do. I think is it seedless would be a funny question to ask someone in any situation other than something with seeds. Did you read my email? Is it seedless?
I just got a new car.
Is it seedless?
Is it seedless? I think we need to do that.
I like that.
Maybe we should add that to the second 7 questions. Just be like, question number 4.
Is it seedless?
Is it seedless?
I like that.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we're going to do that.
Let's get a jump into the...
Okay. I love that. Oh, man. This is great. This is great.
I'm going to paint a picture.
Paint away.
All right. Mondays and Wednesdays, New York City.
Mm.
You work in Times Square at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You get out of that restaurant. Now, I mean, every day when you get out of that restaurant, what do you look for? You look for a happy hour, right? Because you walk to a happy hour, you enjoy quite a bit of things.
Some libations.
Tuesdays, we have a taco happy hour and margaritas.
Yeah.
Right. Thursdays, another taco happy hour, more margaritas. Fridays, no happy hours. You can find some, but they're usually crap.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Monday,
Mm-hmm.
strip club happy hour, half price drinks, free hot dogs. Wednesday, half price drinks, free wings.
The problem is there, half price drinks just means normal price drinks.
Right. Normal price drinks, free hot dogs.
Are they the hot dogs with the casing?
Yeah.
Like it's got
It's
the
New
snap?
York dogs, man.
I gotta ask these questions.
Oh, yeah,
just
fair
because
enough.
the strip club is in New York doesn't mean they have quality hot dogs.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Nobody in New York City serves a non-quality hot dog.
I've had a few.
Where?
It's just like the street trucks and stuff like that. Like right.
What is
had
your
some-
rating for quality?
I've had
street
some-
meat.
I've had some that weren't the casing with the snappy casing.
But those are the only kind they sell in bulk.
No, it's not. Not anymore.
Really?
Not anymore, man.
How recent were you eating these street meat hot dogs?
I mean, it's been a few years, but
Okay.
I've had like when you get into the city and you have like this weird gap of time where you're like, okay, we have dinner reservations for this, but it's still a little early. But like,
swallow
I'm
a
still
couple
hungry.
of street dogs.
Not just one. Just do one street dog. I'm not a glutton. Sometimes I am. Never mind. Never you mind. But yeah, I
one hot dog from a street cart.
yeah,
Two, always two,
always two.
always two.
But what if you have dinner reservations for like 4 hours?
But you
from
only
now?
eat half of the second one.
Oh, come
You
on.
didn't even feel the first one go down. Come on, man.
Oh man, that's
That
You
first was
know-
like 2 bites. Pop, pop, pop.
it's yeah. Unfortunately, I don't agree with you on this one.
All right, fair enough.
But also, what kind of accoutrement do you put on it? Because that changes everything too. Because I might have a
Mustard,
whole
onions.
So I'll do the mustard, I'll do the onions, and I also do the sauerkraut. Now, one can
yeah, okay.
argue
Okay.
that the sauerkraut
Filling. That's filling.
could equate a half a hot dog.
Okay. Sometimes I'll just do them. I'll just do them raw dog. I won't even
I've
put
done that
anything on 'em.
before.
I'll just be like, just as is, man.
With no condiment?
No condiment.
No condiment at all.
It depends on what the tip of his mustard looks like
Well,
and what those onions are in.
the tip of the mustard, if they're questionable,
Right.
that tip ends up on the floor before I start squeezing it on my dog.
Oh, see, I've never had the option to squeeze it on my own dog. It's always the guy that does it. He's always like, done. Here you go.
Oh yeah, I've had like the containers that just kind of go there.
Oh no, I haven't had that. I haven't experienced that.
Yeah, every once in a while. That's a thing. You know what
Yeah,
else?
Mustard onions go.
You know what else is a great street car or food cart in the city?
Mhm.
Nuts for Nuts.
Nuts for Nuts is great. If I had to
Smell
pick,
it
though,
from 2 miles away.
dude, the skewers are everything.
Meat on a stick is
Everything, man. Those Greek skewers.
anything
so
meat on a
good.
stick is fantastic.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's rat. It's delicious.
Yeah,
It's not rat, everyone. It's not.
could be.
It's not enough meat on a rat. I mean, there's big rats, but like,
Well, what if? Okay,
there's big rats, but I mean, these are chunks of meat.
yeah, that's true.
That'd be like
I've
that.
never seen rat.
That'd be
meat
like the two hind legs of like 8 rats to get one skewer. Because that's the only place where there'd be any meat on the rat is the back legs. To get a square like
Sure.
that,
Yeah, I guess.
right? And you get 8 pieces on a skewer, usually 6 to 8.
Yeah,
So that's like 3 to 4 rats.
yeah. It's not really cost or labor effective.
Not at all, man. It's
You know.
cooking up all those rats, killing all those rats, skinning all those rats.
Yeah, and just like housing them.
Yeah.
Like you only have so much room. So if you need 8 rats for one
For one serving,
of street meat,
no.
yeah.
No, so that we've just debunked that, everyone.
Cats, on the other hand,
Yeah, cats you could probably get off of. But cats, I think you would immediately know you were eating cat because it would taste demonic and awful.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't care what sauce you put on a cat, it's always going to taste evil.
Yeah, grouchy.